About a month later, the prefect paid us another visit. "Well, prefect, what about the purloined letter? Did you find it?" "No, confound it. Although I followed Dupin's advice and searched Minister D's rooms again, it was wasted time, as I knew it would be." "How much was the reward offered, did you say?" "Why, quite a lot. I hesitate to say exactly how much, but it's big enough that I would gladly write a check in the amount of 50,000 francs to anyone who could give me the letter." "In that case, get out your checkbook. When you have signed a check to me for that amount, I will give you the letter." I was astounded. The prefect was absolutely thunderstruck. He stared silently at my friend, then took out his checkbook, wrote a check for 50,000 francs, and handed it to Dupin. My friend studied it carefully for a moment, slipped it into his pocketbook, then unlocked his desk drawer. He took out a letter and handed it to the prefect. But how?" Then, without another word, the prefect rushed out of our rooms with the letter. The police are very able in their way. Unfortunately, they are no brighter or stupider than the common mass of people. Their investigations often fail when they encounter a criminal smarter than they are, and often when they deal with criminals who are not as smart. But they conducted a thorough search. Of course, but they searched in places where they themselves might have hidden the letter. They did not think that Minister D, who is no fool, would anticipate that his rooms would be searched. Of course, he would never hide the letter behind a mirror or in a hollow table leg, because if he did, it would certainly be found. He would choose a simpler place to hide it. In fact, he would choose not to hide it at all. "I think I understand your reasoning. But how did you manage to get hold of the letter?" "It was simple. I took it." Dupin told me how he paid a visit to Minister D himself. "Why, hello, Dupin. What brings you to my rooms?" "I was in the neighborhood and thought I would stop in for a chat." "Come in, my friend. It is good to see you. But why are you wearing dark glasses?" "My eyes are tired, and the light bothers them." Dupin actually wore the glasses so that his eyes could wander around the room without Minister D suspecting. It did not take long for Dupin to find what he was looking for. His eyes soon fell on a cheap card rack which dangled from a dirty blue ribbon above the fireplace mantel. In the rack, plain to see, was a letter. Unlike the purloined letter, it was dirty and crumpled, with a woman's handwriting on the outside. Dupin stayed for a while, chatting with the minister. Thank you for seeing me, sir. I have enjoyed our chat." "So have I. Please feel free to call again." Dupin left the room. "Dupin, wait!" The fool! He left his snuff box behind. The next day, Dupin returned to the rooms of Minister D. "I'm sorry to trouble you, my friend. I forgot something yesterday." "Your snuff box? Here it is. What is that?" A sound like gunfire cracked through the air, followed by screams. Minister D rushed to the window. As Minister D looked out the window, Dupin walked over to the mantel, took the ragged letter from the rack and replaced it with an exact duplicate he had made. "It is nothing. Some prankster burst a balloon. Well, Dupin, will you stay to chat?" "I'm afraid not, my friend. I have what I came for." Dupin smiled with satisfaction as he told me his story. "Of course, the prankster with the balloon was an agent I had hired to distract the minister. But the letter you took looked nothing like the Queen's letter. Hers was neat and addressed in a man's hand. The letter in the rack was ragged, covered with dirt, and addressed by a woman. Of course, it was so unlike the Queen's letter in every detail that I knew it must be a fake. When I got it back here, I found the Queen's letter wrapped up inside the false letter. Does Minister D know he has been had? I doubt it. The copy I made of his letter is perfect. He has no reason to open it up, not until the Queen defies him. When that happens, he is in for a rude surprise." "Oh, yes. What did you say in the letter you left?" "Oh, just a personal message. Something along the lines that scoundrels can hide in plain sight, but not forever."